Yeah, I'm Matt, and this is another spine-tingling home inspection how-to video. So this is a deck, and you can see that it's pretty much completely covered with leaves. This house has been vacant for a few years. So a couple things here that I'm going to write up. First of all, this floor is made out of what's called 5/4 stock. So the last time I built a deck, this 5/4 stock was as much or a little bit more as 2x6. This is 5/4 by 6. So I use 2x6 because it's basically the same price and it's thicker. I thought I'd get more wear out of it, so that's what I did. Anyway, some things I'm going to write up on this deck are the rails are bolted. I haven't checked them yet, but they're bolted to the deck, but they notched it in like this, and this may have been allowed here in this area of Michigan when this deck was built, but they don't like you doing that anymore. It's against the code, and because it cracks right here. If someone, you know, big person leaned on this, it could crack right here and fall over. So they don't allow that anymore. You got to put the whole, you do not notch it, you just put the whole thing there. And they make other types of brackets and things for this now, so Simpson Time makes really good stuff. So we're going to write that up. We can't see the floor, but we're going to write it up because from underneath you can see it. I'll poke at it a little bit here in a minute with my screwdriver, but it looks like it's beginning to get some rot. Probably because those leaves are on it so much of the time and it can't dry out. Discoloration and it's wet. Also, what we're going to write up is it's bolted, through bolted. We call these carriage bolts, but a lot of people call them through bolts because they go through, all the way through. They have a nut and a bolt. They used to allow this. Now it's got to be notched into the vertical member. This is a 4x4 in this case, so this is another thing. I'm just going to mention it. I don't make a big deal out of stuff like this. What I'll say is this may have been the code when this deck was built, but things have changed in the past 10 years, and you may have to do this differently. Notch it in, set it in there. No one's going to do that. No one's actually going to do that. They're just going to wait until the deck rots down. And then if they rebuild it, then they'll do it the right way. But at least I'm covered in my report, so that's what we do. Also, the posts go into the dirt. Again, this was common practice back a few years ago. And now you dig a hole and you'd put a sauna tube in there, which is like a plastic cardboard tube. Well, cardboard tube. You go 42 inches down here in Michigan, and then you pour it full of concrete and put a metal bracket in the top, and then you set the post in the metal bracket so the post is not touching the wood. The wood post is not touching the dirt. It's not even touching the concrete. It's sitting in the metal bracket, and that will basically last for decades. A post in the ground here in Michigan like this, a wood post, even treated, you might get 15 years out of it before it rots off. If it's a wood fence post for a privacy fence, and the wind can blow against it, yeah, maybe 10-15 years before the wind blows it over here. Mine blew over in a windstorm pretty recently. So that's it. We're going to write up a few things on this deck. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.